I'm Ian, and I'm a rising sophomore at San Francisco University High School. For my project, I chose to do the magic mirror. This is my final milestone, and I've just finished my project and done all the modifications to make it look as easy to read and as good as possible. I have, right now, I have the code on Visual Studio Code, and that syncs up with the Raspberry Pi, this Raspberry Pi actually, through the Wi-Fi. And so all the changes I do on my computer will go to the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi connects to this monitor, and that is what would go on the back of the mirror. So all of the info on the magic mirror would shine through. If I run it by using npm run start, then all of this code will go to the Raspberry Pi, which will in turn show up on the magic mirror. When I was making my final modifications, I was having trouble figuring out how to add different news sources to the mirror, because just adding the URL of the news source wasn't outputting articles. So I decided to check the documentation of the Magic Mirror, and on there it said that you had to get an RSS feed. So basically, an RSS feed is an output of all of the articles that a news source makes, but it's in like super simple format. Like just like the title, the date, and like some maybe a little bit of the article. That makes it really easy for the computer to read, which is why it's great. I had no idea what an RSS feed was at the time, so I decided to look it up, and all of these links for RSS feeds with different news sources came up, and I just chose the Wall Street Journal, and as you can see right here, I have added the RSS feed, which is right here, um, to my magic mirror, and on the bottom, where the news source is, you might be able to see how some of how it might say the Wall Street Journal and change the news article that outputs for the Wall Street Journal, which is really cool because I had no idea that you could actually change. This experience taught me that when you are coding, it is a great idea to log everything you do, so others like me can easily understand everything about the program. Without it, it would have taken a lot longer and been so much more difficult to modify this project.